Hey guys, today we're gonna implement how to denoise an input image using autoencoder. Okay, so this is a little introduction about autoencoder. So this is the architecture which we going. This is the architecture of autoencoder. Okay, we're gonna follow a different architecture for denoising. Okay, we're gonna feed the input images, and encoder is gonna extract the features from the input image and it's going to convert into latent space. Okay, so this is a latent space which contains all the important features from the input image. Decoder is going to reconstruct the image from the features. Okay, so this is how the input image has been given. Actually, from the paper they took the hand recognition data and they have added the noise to the image and they given to the autoencoder to denoise it. Okay, so there are different ways to add noise to the images. We will see that also. Plus, what is the actual method in the paper they have added the image. Okay, run to autoencoder with a custom noise to add using the sky image libraries and the original what is the actual method they have added the noise to the image. Okay, so this thing was the actual stuff which I was fed into the autoencoder. The output was not so damn good because the input image, most of the features has been corrupted due to the noise which I gave. Okay, so I took a image, I resized into 80 into 80 and I normalized it. So first I tried a Gaussian blur using OpenCV. It was not that good. There was no change at all. Then I tried from Sky Image. It's a random noise. They provide different ways of adding the noise. So here I used Gaussian. So this was the output. So there was a different noise, salt and pepper. Uh, if I might have given this, the model could have reconstructed to a little bit good better than the Gaussian blur. Okay, so thing is here most of the feature has been corrupted. Okay, you can see there was nothing to learn from this, but here there was a little noise, but I can learn but it can learn something from it. Okay, so the last one is speckle. It's not kind of any noise, but there was a little noise, so you can change the parameters and play with what noise should be added to the image. Okay, so this is the function to load the images. So I already started the code to execute it, so it might be doing the low SLs, it might be running. Thing is, it's gonna find every files into this location and check for the files with this particular extension. It's gonna read every single image, it's gonna resize it and gonna convert the, I mean it's gonna normalize image. So this is the raw image, we didn't add any noise. Then we're gonna load it into images. Okay, then I'm gonna add the noise. Okay, before this I tried with Gaussian noise. The output was not that damn good. I will show you what is the output. So now I'm gonna try salt and pepper noise which has been added to the image. Then I'm gonna add this image into image noise. Okay, so I'm just gonna load 500 images. So okay, 500 images has been loaded. Using train test split, I'm gonna split the images into train and validation. Then I'm gonna convert the this I'm just gonna convert into numpy array. So I'm checking the size shape, it's good. So we will visualize the train noise. Okay, so we'll check the so check whether, so when we're kind of splitting you might not change the variables, check whether it's a noise or a raw image. Okay, so this is the architecture. This architecture is created for 80 cross 80 cross 3. So once you create and you check for summary, the input size image, the output should be same. So this is how you have to create your network. Okay, so this is the encoder network. So it's gonna start with the convolutional with max pool. I just repeated the same pattern 3 times. So thing is everything should contain the padding is equal to same. Okay, otherwise sometimes the output shape might, you might lose one or two units, so you should use padding is equal to same. Okay, so the encoder architecture is over. Okay, so now for decoder, some places you might have seen they have used to count 2D and upsampling, then count 2D upsampling. Okay, so don't use upsampling. I will tell you why. So that is just gonna deconvolute whatever the convolution layer did. Okay, but transforce gonna reconstruct the images from the latent space. Okay, so when you are going for decoder, always use transpose. Create the transfer architecture so simple, just reverse or what you did in the encoder. 16 16 32 64, right? 16 16 32 64 at the last. So yeah, the strides and padding, whatever the parameters you have used here, same you have to use here also. Okay, at the last it's gonna be a transpose layer. If it is a RGB, you're gonna use 3 here. If it is a grayscale, you're gonna use 1. Then it should be the sigma activation for the last layer alone. Now the autoencoder model has been created. I'm just giving the uh, Adam optimizer, then loss. So after learning through some few papers and some articles, so I got this MSE is good for finding the loss for reconstruction of images. Binary cross entropy also is good because the values of the image is gonna be between 0 to 1. So we can use binary cross entropy also. Okay, check for summary and check whether the input and output size is same. Okay, so after the model has been created, here I'm using callbacks, early stopping, then I'm training the model. Okay, we should pass the noise image as well as the raw image for the training. For validation also we should pass the noise image first, then the raw image. So I just call the epochs and batch size. Okay, so let this model run. Thing is, this particular model is running on the salt and pepper noise. Okay, so to visualize the outputs, okay, this is the code I wrote for visualizing the output. Or this is the Gaussian error, I mean Gaussian noise, noise images has been given to the autoencoder to denoise it. Okay, so it was not that damn good, but now I used spec salt and pepper, right? We will try for this. Ah, okay, so if this is a scenario, then I have to we have to work in the image size and we should increase the number of iterations. Okay, so this is how you have to add the noise to the images. Okay, this is a code to visualize what all the image has been generated from the stuff. Okay, so the next model is, I told you right, there is another method which every papers and every tutorials has been using. I will tell you what is that also. Same stuff, I'm loading the images. Here I'm just loading the raw image. I'm not adding any noise. Okay, I'm returning only the images. From the function I'm getting the image. Using the train test bed, I'm splitting the image. Okay, then I'm converting into the uh, I'm converting into numpy array. I'm checking the size. Okay, so this is the function which every paper, I mean the official paper and other stuff, adding the noise to the image. Okay, you can control with the noise factor, and this particular function will add noise to the images and we're going to store into a new variable. Okay, now this variable contains the noisy image. Still we're going to clip it. Okay, the reason because we're going to clip it to make into the proper shape. The image should have a shape which we can feed into the images. Okay, So then I'm gonna convert this stuff into NumPy array. So after using this method, same stuff, I'm gonna create I'm using the same autoencoder. I told you, right, don't use the upsampling. So that code might look like this. So con upsampling. Even if you try also, just try. It's a trial and error. Try with this architecture also, then see what is happening. So when I tried with this particular code to add the noise, so the output also same. Okay, this is how the noise has been added to the images. So okay, in the official paper they use the fashion dataset, but the image dimensions are 28 into 28 into 1. So here we're using 80 cross 80 cross 3. Thing is, you can reduce the image size and you can develop your autoencoder on your autoencoder network also. So but this is a basic scenario, this is a basic model how we have to create a autoencoder to denoise the image, add the noise to the image by the separate function, create the autoencoder, train the model and visualize it. Okay, thank you.